One day, Thomas wasn't feeling well. His joints ached and he couldn't breathe properly. So Topham Hatt came to see him.
You must go to the steamworks to be mended. Probably just a few faults that need to be fixed.
Percy shunted Thomas onto his passenger train, and he took him down to the junction. There, he was placed in the siding to wait for James to take him to the Sodor Steamworks to be repaired. After that, Percy collected Annie and Clever once again and pulled them into the platform. All Thomas could do was sit in the siding and watch as his friends passed by, whistling cheerfully to him to help cheer him up. But the little blue tank engine was still feeling down in the dumps. When James arrived, he was far from pleased to see Thomas.
Out of all the engines to take Thomas to the works, it has to be me? Why couldn't Percy or Toby do it?
Because we're heading in the same direction. Thomas needs to go that way. Now stop complaining. James knew that his driver was right, but was too angry to even care. He bowed down to the sign and coupled up to Thomas. And then he marshaled him onto his goods train. Once everything was ready, the guard blew his whistle and waved his green flag, and James set off down the main line with Thomas in tow towards the steamworks. When they arrived at the steamworks, James put old Thomas inside the works, then returned to his train and left. It took a few days for Thomas to be repaired, but despite the fact that he was being mended, Thomas was still down in the dumps. While the workmen were on their break, Victor spoke to him.
Thomas, my friend, what's troubling you?
Well, Thomas hesitated.
Come on, Thomas, spit it out.
Well, I'm
Sorry, boss.
Increíble. Kevin! How many times do I have to tell you? You don't drop things, you lower things.
Sorry, boss. Just a slip of the
hook. Ay. I know.
As I was saying, I'm depressed.
Depressed? What about?
That I don't have a girlfriend. I mean, Henry is dating Emily, Toby's dating Mavis, and Ash is dating Misty. I don't think I will ever meet the right engine.
I understand, but you mustn't keep them from distracting from your work. Someday, my friend, you will meet the right engine. Besides, there's a lot of fish in the sea.
few days later, or after he was repaired, Thomas arrived into Brendam Docks with Annie and Clarabelle. As he pulled in, he saw Misty looking excited. "You're in a good mood."
I am. My sister has arrived here by ship. Salty has shunted her to the water tower so she can be steamed up.
Thomas was surprised, but before he could say anything, they heard a loud whistle. And then, a shiny tank engine pulled up in front of them. The engine was an LMS 3F Ginty tank engine. She had 6 driving wheels, a tool funnel, and a beautiful coat of dark red with yellow lining. She also had a BR press on each side of her bunker. And she had the number 16440 painted in yellow on each side of her side tanks.
Daisy! Long time no see. Misty! It's been so long. How have you been? And who's that tank engine next to you? Oh, Daisy, this is Thomas. Thomas, Daisy, Daisy, Thomas. Right.
Hello. Charmed to meet you.
Okay. So, Daisy, I'll show you around the railway. We'll see you later, Thomas.
Alright. Daisy settled in well. And the engines were very impressed with her performance. However, Thomas began to have secret feelings for the Ginty 3F, but he couldn't bring himself to tell her. Until one day, a week after Daisy's arrival on the railway, Thomas was daydreaming about Daisy, but he didn't realize that he was talking in his sleep. And to make matters worse, Misty was nearby. She went over to see what was up with Thomas. She whistled at him to wake him up. Huh? What? What's happening?
Thomas, what were you talking about in your sleep?
Nothing. Misty rolled up closer to him until she was up against Thomas's buffers.
Tell me or I'll send you smashing into the station master's house.
Thomas gulped. He didn't want to go crash into the station master's house again. So he told Misty that he had a secret crush on Daisy. You see, I wanted to tell you, but I was afraid you would overreact. Please, can you help me? Misty thought for a moment. She knew that Daisy was in love with another engine, but she didn't want Thomas to be heartbroken.
I'll tell Daisy to meet you at the junction this evening, if that's what you want.
Yes, that would be perfect. Thanks, Misty. Misty then puffed away to find Daisy.
Thomas will be crushed when he finds out that Daisy doesn't have the same feelings.
A few hours later, Thomas was waiting in at the junction and for Daisy. He was very nervous as he stood waiting for her. Percy passed by with the mail train. No sooner as he was out of sight, he heard a familiar whistle in the distance. Puffing into the junction was Daisy. Hi, Daisy.
Hello, Thomas. Misty told me you wanted to tell me something.
Yes.
Well, what is it?
Thomas told Daisy about how he had secret feelings for her, and how he couldn't stop thinking about her. When he finished, Daisy gave a small smile.
Thomas, I like you, but you aren't the type of engine I am looking for.
Thomas's heart had sunk into the deepest crevice of his soul. Oh.
But I would like it if we just stayed friends, if that's okay.
Yeah, I like that better.
You're a good engine, Thomas, and I hope you meet the engine of your dreams.
Thanks, Daisy. Thomas and Daisy are now very good friends, and as time went on, Thomas got over Daisy, but he is still trying to meet the right engine. As Victor said before, there's a lot of fish in the sea. Thomas is hoping he will meet the right engine to date. But that's another story.